Hey everyone, this is Relics,
And I'm Nagatron.
and we are watching Round 8 of the World of Tanks Classic League Season 1 on Ensk with 116th WINDHUND versus Polar's 1st Armored Division. So let's get it going. Alright, starting out with 116th, we are running with an E100, an IS-4, a Moss, two T110s, two Batchats, a Jag Tiger, a T92 for artillery, and a T50-2 for scouting. And it looks like they are going straight across the east field.
Polish 1st Armored Division has an AMX-50B, an E100, an IS-4, two IS-7s, two Mouse, one T110, one T54, and an MS-1. So that's, 8 total heavies, medium, and a scout for a grand total of 90 points.
I really like that setup where you have a medium you can move around a little bit to get its eyes, and then you have that passive scout you can use if you're going to go for a no artillery setup. At least give you an idea on where they are pushing, which it looks like they already know because they have their T-54 on the east side there.
Yeah, there are also a variety of other cool Tier 9s you can pick from. Say, for example, the AMX 5120. Pretty much the same thing as a 50B, a little bit smaller with about 10 seconds longer on the overall reload time, so not really that bad of a trade for 1 point. You've also got like the ST1, brand new Tier 9 heavy, uses the same gun as the IS-4, and is mean all around from what I've heard. I don't have one yet, but I hear it's pretty darn good.
Someday.
There's also always the T30 as well, right? Now that that's a Tier 9, which for Tier 9 it's not bad at all, although it doesn't hold a candle to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Sad face.
And on this map, at least, it has a lot of positions that it can get into that can hold down and make it a little bit more invulnerable to shots coming in.
Absolutely. Those windows in particular. Over there at like D4, D5. Alright, so now we see Polish has a T54, a T110, and IS-7 back here. Looks like their 50B is as well.
Yeah, so I wonder if they're pushing their other
city.
tanks. Yeah. I wonder if they're trying to push those or if they're already pulling those back.
Well, it doesn't hurt. Anytime you see a large collection of tanks on your cap here, unless you're worried about getting flanked, sometimes it can be a good position or a good choice to take advantage of the mismatch and just put all your tanks on, say 5, 6, however many are there, and hope for the best outcome. Because if you can mismatch that severely, in the end, it's going to be what? 5 on 2, 4 on 2, something that's going to be in your favor.
Yeah. I think we're going to start running into a little bit of trouble here with this T92 in the back. With that much splash, and these guys are up on a very tiny place on the back of these buildings. Although we're getting a little bit of movement to the tracks. Ooh, hit the top of that building.
Yeah, that's the inaccuracy of that vehicle right there.
And here we are with one tank on cap. I wonder if he has more support.
I can't imagine he'd be completely alone at this point. Although, I will definitely favor Polish making any sort of aggressive move at this point. Sitting around and giving a T92 more time to work is just absolutely going to work against you.
Here we go.
Seeing one of the problems with that A0 location there, once you fire an artillery from there, you are visible from clear across the map almost.
Yeah, taking a few shots at him there.
Now that they're keeping this northern force occupied, Polish is moving their southern guys in on top of what's left down there in the lumber mill.
Yeah, it looks like it's still a fairly even fight down there. Polish 1st Armored Division is going to want to get a little bit more movement. The longer they wait, the more this T92 is going to work them on the cap there. And right now, it looks like 116th might be a little bit down health-wise here. Well, this getting slow played so much, that T92 is getting a lot of damage out there.
He does have multiple large targets to hit here, especially with those two mouse, and he can definitely shoot in between those two buildings. Although it looks like he's facing south to help kind of clean that up, which is definitely a good decision. The faster they get done with that southern flank, the faster those tanks can come back up to help. Although he may have better shots on the north here.
Yeah, I think once... Go ahead.
Pretty close battle here, 3-on-3 with an artillery backup.
Yeah, I'd almost say at this point, you might want to bring that bat shot down to help out with that IS-7 and T110, and just push the rest of those tanks. We know there's only, at most, 3 tanks down there, because we have 3 spotted on the cap.
Yeah, that would probably be a good call. You've also got the T-92 to guarantee that if they do get on cap, you can reset them. So now there's only 1 tank down there in the south, and they must have heard you from the future. So now here comes the bat chat to finish this up.
And I think we still have 1 tank unaccounted for somewhere. Oh, there it is, that T110. A little risky getting out. Yep, there he goes. If this T110 plays it good and avoids the artillery, he might be able to take out this last T110, although he's going to have to chase after that bat shot to stop the cap. I think he's making a good decision here going after the T110 instead. He's got time to reset that bat shot. It's going to take him at least, what is it, a minute 50 to be able to get a full cap?
I think it's about a minute 45, minute 50, yeah. Definitely not enough time to cap out before this T110 comes to shoot him, but he is reloaded now. So, given how much damage the T110 can do, if he doesn't miss any of his shots, he can actually go face-to-face with the T110 and come out on top. Oh, actually, the T110's relatively low.
Yeah, so the T95 or T92 hit him really hard there just as he was coming out of visibility.
And a high roll from the bat chat puts that one out. One of those mouse is back. With his mobility, he really won't be able to catch and pin that bat shot down, so if that guy plays conservatively here...
Oh, was that it? That was a shot from the moss there.
Wow. Very long distance shots on that mouse all the way up in B5. Now this is a situation where I personally would be trying to get very close to this building up top, try and proximity light the mouse as he comes around, know for a fact which side of the building he's going, and just drive the other way.
Yep. Because at this point, really sitting on the cap, you're not going to be able to do too much. Oh.
So close. Oh, mouse might be able to back up and get him this way.
Nice.
And he's out.
That was some good maneuvering there. Unfortunately, he's still in the position where he has to take on 2 tanks plus artillery.
T-92 start to move down the field a little bit, get a much better shot here. If the IS-4 and mouse from Windhund are able to slow play it, then this one is in the bag for them. But either way, this is excellent battle coming down to the wire here.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like they're playing it smart. They're bringing their T-92 all the way down the 0 column so they can get some shots in from there.
T-92 is actually calling for the friendly mouse to start hugging the building that's in front of him, obviously looking for proximity light so that he can fire on that mouse from the field. And basically nobody has to get in contact with him at all. They could sit there for the rest of the match until he's out, or maybe whittle him down a little bit and pincher him with both remaining heavies. That is, if he's still close to that building.
Yeah, I think this might have been a little bit different of an ending here. At least in numbers, if that T110 had not tried to press up on the bat chat right away, waited a little bit for him to get unlit by anything, and then started to move up. He went a little bit too fast, and that gave him that T92 the opening to take out pretty much all his health. Otherwise, we'd have had that bat chat up against 110 health T110 instead, or I'm sorry, 1010 health, and that could have been a lot different. And then we'd have the Moss and a T110 against this, which still be pretty tough.
T92, but actually a very low roll for an artillery that size. So actually, you could shift that T92 a little bit further south and just stick any of those tanks on the backside of the building opposite of the mouse, and he would have to drive around the building, thus being hittable by artillery, in order to stop the cap that they're obviously trying to get done here.
Yeah, they got about 3 minutes left, so I'm pretty sure that Moss is just trying to hold out. Well, there's a start on the cap.
At this point, I would say it's totally feasible for Polish's mouse to outlast both remaining heavies here for WINDHUND, but in the event that he tried to go take on that T92, he would probably eat one round directly to the face, and given his current health, it would most likely put him under. If either of these remaining heavies can get one more shot out on this mouse, then it would pretty much seal that.
Whoa.
Bold move parking in the open there. IS-4 finish him off.
I'm amazed he was able to get that far without the IS-4 seeing him at all. That train train piece must have blocked his view.
He should be able to see through the trains itself, so it would have to be the little station building that he was next to that was blocking his vision.
Huh. Either way, great fight, guys. Grats to 116th WINDHUND.